sliding here.
Is it wrong that I feel fine? I tried to make myself feel something, but I can't shake my mind. And I don't wanna hurt you any more than I already have. 'Cause love is a virtue, and I can't give you that. How did I end up here? All my feelings dissolve straight into thin air. All the magic is gone. Is it bad that I don't think of you when I'm out with my friends? I keep my thoughts to myself lately and let them fill up my head. Wish that I could change and be the girl that you want, but it's not written in the stars for us, and I can't give you love. How did I end up here? All my feelings dissolve straight into thin air. All the magic is gone. I feel so guilty, I can't be what you need. 'Cause my feelings have changed and time has planted the seed. I feel so guilty, I can't be what you need. My feelings have changed and time has planted the seed. Well, it's not wrong, and I feel just fine. I tried to make myself feel something, but I can't shake my mind.
Are you still in love with yourself? Do you still not care for anyone else in past relationships? Put on the shelf, are you not yet let down? Well, you're not getting my help. This time you'll have to quell your own insecurity, but your impurity. You can't make me care. And no one else could give a shit if you dropped dead. And no one felt the slightest guilt for your trip and fall.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the HVX Goat podcast, The Goat Cave. All right, so today we've got quite the fucking episode ahead of us. Over the last 3 years, I've been filming BMX for our new video called Space Goats, and we've got quite a few members here to talk about their times filming. And yeah, it's going to be pretty fucking awesome. So first of all, we'll start off with just BMX news. So we've got Jesse here as our guest right now.
Hello.
How's it going, man?
Not so bad.
Talk a little closer into the mic if you can.
Hi.
There you go. Okay. So Jesse, you saw X Games Real BMX Street, right?
I did the other day, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy, man. Every year those guys seem to surprise me with what they're doing. This year they had quite a few people in it, and a lot of them were actually people that I wouldn't have expected to be in that, like in the competition. Do you know who won, though?
I don't know who won. I haven't watched that part yet, but I just watched all the parts. I was hoping to see like the full episode where they actually show
I'm
like,
gonna
the
do the
guys
same
talking
thing
about
too.
it.
Yeah, that episode is super. Like whenever they do those episodes, it's so sick. I watched the dirt bike one today just randomly, and that one was incredible. This dude fucking jumps off of a bridge into like the LA River ditch, and it's fucked. Like on a dirt bike too.
They had the skate one up already, so I was hoping
Yeah,
that
the
maybe
skate
they
one-
did that one first.
The skate one they do a little early, and I think the way that they do it, they have 9 different people in that one, and every part is 60 seconds instead of a minute and a half. Like,
Yeah, there's
that
only
is-
what 5 or 6 guys in
there's
the BMX
6 guys
one,
in
right?
the BMX one.
Okay.
Yeah. But this year's winners are first place Jordan Hargo. I don't know.
Isn't it Hango?
Hango, that's
Yeah,
what it is.
I
There we
thought
go. Jordan Hango, and then second place Simone Baracco. And
course.
yeah, of course. Third place was Brad Sims, which I actually
Really?
really would have thought that Brad Sims would have gotten first or second. That was Travis. Don't do that.
Travis, the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah. Anyways, I was actually really surprised that Corey Martinez didn't place. I thought
Yeah,
his
he-
was really
did he
cool.
win last year, or
he
did he-
won last
Yeah,
year.
so then Brad Sims got People's Choice, right? Or
yeah,
however you
I
did.
think it was either one of them won or the other one got People's Choice. But I think Brad Sims got silver in People's Choice, and then Corey Martinez got gold. But his clip from last year, his ender, was the downside pegs on the seawall in Barcelona.
Yeah.
That was absolutely fucked.
I honestly thought that Brad Sims' part last year was way better than it was this year.
Yeah, this year's was pretty interesting, but I think the clip that really stuck out more than anything else was that giant wall ride.
Yeah.
Like, that fucking clip made the whole entire video, and it kind of sucks that was like the only one that's really memorable, because I watched it earlier today, and I can't remember half of them. Like,
Yeah.
I literally don't really remember anything from that one. I know that in Jordan's part, he went fucking hard, and it was absolutely nuts.
He broke his knee too. He like shattered his kneecap or something in that
Yeah.
first clip in it, I think.
It was absolutely fucked.
It was
I
like a
don't-
gap to a down rail and just ate it.
Yeah, it does not make any fucking sense. That's for sure. Nice. Travis is doing fire tricks in front of us. Yeah, but that's kind of wraps up X Games Real BMX Street. I'm really excited to see who won fan favorite.
I
That
actually
comes out
want to say,
tomorrow.
what was the other
Or,
guy's name?
Monday,
I forget
sorry.
already.
What one?
I said earlier the kink guy. I forget his name.
Oh,
already.
Dan Collar, I think.
Yeah. He fucking killed it.
Yeah,
that was
he did an
amazing.
amazing fucking
He
job,
should have got
too.
first. That was unreal.
Greg Illenworth as well. That was fucked. It was such a cool, like, fast transition riding part.
Yeah.
Last year they had Tom Dugan kind of fill that spot, and it was really interesting.
He's very underrated now.
Yeah, that's for sure. Alrighty, but next I just want to talk about the Sean Burns video part that just released. Alrighty, you got the mic set up there, Travis?
Kind of for a sec.
Okay, let's see. There you go. But yeah, with the Sean Burns video part that just released, that was Too Fast for Food. Have you seen it yet?
I've seen parts and sections off of Instagram.
Yeah. I
I'm
think
sure it's
a lot
gonna
of
be
people actually
absolutely
get their like BMX stuff from Instagram now too. I think Caleb was saying that earlier. But just Sean Burns as a rider himself is absolutely fucked. Like I watched the video part, and you're the kind of guy that loves to find spots rather than even riding. Like you find spots more than you do any riding at all. And Sean actually does something very similar. He does do that as well, which is fucking crazy. Like I heard him talk about it the one day, like just through Instagram. But yeah, absolutely fucked, man. His video part was ridiculous. Any clips from Sean Burns that you really enjoyed? Not from this video, but just in general.
I know I saw one last week on Instagram. It's him like clearing this really crazy gap. He's going so fast, and it's down this like
that
kink
fucking
stairwell.
ridiculous
And he probably
clip.
picks like the 5th kink to clear, and his tire just makes it, and he's going as fast as he possibly can.
It's literally
And-
fucked.
And like I'm reading through these Instagram comments, and everyone's like, "Oh my god, man, that was insane!" And he just comes off as like, "Oh, that was just so casual, and it's just in the grass, so it doesn't really count." And it's just like he takes his stuff so casually, like it was such an insane clip. But
I
he
can't
just
name one
downplays
other
it
rider
so
that would
much.
fucking do that gap. Like, just the fact that how fucking fast he was going. Like, when you watch, especially the fisheye angle of it, like, it's absolutely fucked. I cannot believe that he tried that at all, because it just looks like death. Like, when you're looking at it, it just doesn't make any sense that he actually had enough speed to fucking clear that. And
That's
the way,
just what I really like about his style. He's
just so
all out,
send it,
balls
right?
out, and he just fucking sends it.
Yeah, that shit is just so gnarly, man. I seriously can't fucking believe that.
He's got a lot of different tricks and stuff that you don't really commonly see. I've seen a lot more bar spins from him.
He's been
lately,
doing a
and
lot of
that's-
bars lately.
that's
So
something
his
that he hasn't
recent
done
part,
over the years.
his recent part has, I think, 3 or 4 bar spins, and one of them is like a
Is it
tire
roof
ride.
gap?
Yeah, one of them is a fucking roof gap where he does a tire ride on this thing and then hops over a ledge, bar spin, lands, and it's like literally the fucking tire ride is like a 12-foot drop to flat. Like, absolutely fucked. Just the stuff that he was doing is ridiculous.
Just after seeing some of those falls, I don't know how he's still riding some of these days.
Dude, he's like
it's-
35. He's old. Like, he's not fucking young by any means. And I think what else is super crazy is that you see him do a lot of backwards double peg grinds.
Yeah.
Like, there's a clip of him doing a fucking fakie on a cassette hop backwards double peg grind on a rail.
I love that because you just really don't see that in this industry much or at all.
It's
he's
just
one of
so-
the only people to do that.
And the best part, too, is that he's not on a coaster,
I was
right?
gonna
It's a
say
cassette. Like,
I
it's
love
true
that.
fucking
That's
mid-school
true
shit.
mid-school BMX right there.
Yeah, it's absolutely
finest.
fucked. So, yeah, if you haven't checked out the Sean Burns Too Fast for Food, it's on Dig BMX YouTube channel. Go check that out. And next, we're just going to talk a little bit about some music news, and then we're off to start the questions. So, what's been going on lately? They had Pooza Fest in Montreal, which was fucking incredible. I was there for Sunday, and they did such an amazing job with that. I was super impressed. I bought way too much shit. Album of the week is the Bad Times record release of The Shape of Ska Punk to Come, Volume 1. It has 12 new songs by 12 different bands, including Kill Lincoln and a couple others. And all the profits actually go to the ACLU, which is sick. So good for you guys for doing that. And then, so Song of the Week is going to be High Maintenance by Talk Me Off. I met these guys at the merch mall during Pooza Fest, and super incredible. These guys were really, really nice. They had their EP on vinyl, and it was super sick. It's one-sided with it's clear one-sided with a screen print on the back of just a bunch of different of their like logos and stuff. So super cool for that. And here's them.
Smoke my grass, drink my beer, still I don't give a fuck. Haven't heard a word from you, it ain't just a lunch. I wonder if you'll hit me up, I wonder if you care. Don't think it's too much to ask for a minute of your spare. High maintenance.
Alrighty, and we're back. Those sounds that you hear are a goat eating potato chips in a spaceship, and he's super fucking stoned. So that's a good transition into Travis Stone. We're going to talk a little bit about his video part. So we've got the audio going, no video, sadly. But this is just the intro bit. So this was Bongtopia. A couple of us got this idea when we were super fucking baked, just kind of like thinking about stuff, and we called Travis up, and I just remember him loving this fucking part.
You need a lift? You going somewhere? The fuck are you doing in the middle of space?
Whoa, man, yeah, fucking, that would be sick. We lost our ship. We, opened the window. It was all smoked up. And, I mean, I'm going to be completely real. We're kind of stoned right now.
Oh, wait till you come over to my bouse.
The bouse was one of my favorite fucking things, Travis. That's for sure. So let's talk a little bit about how this kind of came to be. So Bongtopia was all drew up by Rob. I voiced a lot of it, and Travis voiced the alien character, which is awesome. He's flying through the space world into a Nug world.
In an Integra space shuttle.
Shatter Avenue.
He lives on 420 Shatter Avenue. And next we got these fucking two dudes rapping, and these guys were absolutely
We
amazing.
met these guys in downtown Guelph, and we're all sitting there taking a break, and literally how we got introduced to these guys are walking by, and I seen the beard on this one guy, and he just looks like DJ Khaled. I'm sitting there, I'm like, yo, look at that DJ Khaled looking motherfucker over there. And then they kind of turned around, they looked at us, and just call him DJ Khaled. And then they came back, and I'm like, oh shit, they're gonna start a fight with us or something. And then the guy walked up and asked if he could perform for us. And they ended up being freestyle rappers. The guy with the beard was a freestyle rapper, and the other guy was a beatboxer, and they're actually pretty good.
Yeah, they were fucking incredible, man. They actually were way better than I thought they would be. I kind of thought we were going to be filming just something, but this ended up being one of my favorite things that I've ever filmed was these guys. And it was just so random too. I remember that day we had so many people just out riding.
That day,
in
I
Guelph.
summoned a squirrel out of the forest, and it came up to me, and I picked it up, and that was a pretty incredible day.
I just remember being up at the top of the hill, and you're at the bottom still. We're all like, "What the fuck is he doing?" And then you called us, and you're like, "I've got a fucking squirrel." And for some reason, all of us were just like, "No, he fucking doesn't. He's just fucking around." And yeah,
I
no,
was
he
just
actually
high.
fucking did. Yeah, I thought you were really baked.
I
thought,
was.
Yeah, that makes it even better
Absolutely.
too.
And then I did it the other day, too.
Oh fuck, this is so funny. I cannot believe you fucking caught another one too. I don't understand how
I
they
didn't
just
catch it.
Yeah,
I
that's the
talked
best
to it, and
part.
it came up to me.
It just literally came up to you. Oh, it's fucked. So
Yeah.
the clip that's playing on the screen right now is from Peace Park in Montreal. We also had a really cool dude that we met there, who plays guitar, and he did the songs for Nathan's bit, which was awesome.
Oh, I remember that. That was a nice...
Nice little ice pick.
Nice
That one's right near the
street
house.
ice.
I love that spot, but I wish it was done a little bit better.
I think the biggest thing about my riding, my spots, is that I just do what I want
When
I
you want.
the way I want to.
Yeah.
And that's why my spots and my
I
simple
fucking-
tricks
Dude,
are very unique.
Okay, so the clip that's playing on the screen right now, it's Travis doing a huge 30 stair handrail, but he's wearing a fucking Christmas shirt
What's wrong
that
with
has
that? It came out of a
reindeer
box
on
of
it.
beer.
Oh, it's fucking incredible. I love that shirt so
I love
much.
this clip. This was right by 514 BMX. And
Yeah.
they were really awesome there. If you're ever in Montreal, check out 514. Give them a holler. Give them a follow on Instagram. They're really great guys. They took really good care of us.
Yeah, they did. They were sick, man. Those guys were really nice.
I really like that clip you filmed in Waterloo of that long pegs to over.
Yeah,
that garden.
that's a really fun one. That's a spot that I've looked at for years for somebody, and I was stoked that you got it. That big wall ride, we tried that clip for fuck asses. Is that Montreal Bank spot? This rail clip is amazing. There's he literally sessioned this rail for an afternoon. It was fucking sick.
Yeah, I hit that thing no less than 12 times.
It was so crazy too, because normally whenever I do double angles, I just have the person run up to it, and I can try and make it look as if they did it. And Travis
That
just
just
kept
bothered
sending
the
it.
shit out of me. I didn't want to do a fake double angle, so I said, when you're gonna film it from the top, I'm just gonna fucking do it again. So this clip we're watching now, Garrett Reynolds totally has almost the identical clip, but he one-ups me in many different ways.
Yeah, it is Garrett though, right? So fucking, what
But
can
I
you
only
really do?
saw it after I did that.
Yeah, I think I sent that one to you through Instagram. It's fucked. And this clip here was incredible. I definitely feel like you probably regret not doing the flat, but anybody else would have been like, "That's perfect." And I know that you're the kind of person that's like, you probably see that and you're
I
like,
did
"Ah."
want to do the flat, but honestly, I've been having such a busy day of riding, and I was so beat, and I was literally like at the end of the day at 10 o'clock at night, and I had already been sessioning really hard the entire day. So after I got that one and I rode away and I kept trying it, and it was just getting sloppier and sloppier, it was like, I better call this before I eat shit, because I have a tendency to land on my face on concrete and go to sleep.
Yeah, you definitely do. Unfortunately, it's not one of your best qualities, Travis. I wish that you would, fix that quality and not do that.
I think my best quality is doing what I want when I want the way I want to, because
Most
that's what
likely.
I do.
Alrighty, so Travis, you were actually on the last episode of the podcast, and we talked a little bit. But I just want to ask you a couple questions. So, for anybody that hasn't seen the last one, how long have you been riding BMX for?
For a sec.
For a sec, just for a sec.
Just for a sec, just the tip. Probably, I don't know. I've been riding BMX more seriously probably since I was about 15 years old. I'm 26 now, so just over 11 years. I was actually really trying in BMX.
Yeah, I think that's how we'll do it for everybody. So for everybody else that's here, when we talk about how long you've been riding for, let's just say when you started seriously riding.
Or just do what you want.
Yeah, that too.
When you want,
So
the
what do
way
you
want
think?
to.
What was the hardest battle you had for a clip overall through Space Goats as well as Fuck Asses?
That's hard to say because there's a lot of smaller clips that I really struggled with to get, and it's a lot of those technical things. I'm really into those big straight up tricks. Like, I'm all about going big or go home. So I like big handrails, big jumps, and big drops and gaps and stuff. But these smaller tech tricks, I think I've battled a lot more with over these big tricks. But some of the bigger ones that come to mind is a couple of the rails I did. I remember I had quite a time trying to do that auditorium rail.
Yeah.
And I literally seen a guidance counselor from my high school there, and he's like, "Hey, what are you doing with your life these days?" I'm like, "Oh, this right here," and I started hitting this like 18 stair handrail that like goes down this hill at the Kitchener Auditorium. And I
It's
used to get a
a-
little bit shocked.
And just to add on to that, these aren't just like 18 normal stairs. These are 18 handicap stairs, so they're twice the length. This rail is probably fucking close to 50 feet long.
Another one I really liked was that rail that we found in St. Catharines. It was about 2:30 in the morning, and I brought like 3 lights with me, and you had a couple lights, and we just had enough lights to put on the edge of the stairs just to light it up enough. And I think I got that one 5th try, but it was really cool.
It
'cause it was
was-
a random rail that we found. It was the middle of the night, and at the very bottom of the rail on the right-hand side, at the very bottom, there's a jersey barrier. So if I got off or wanted to jump off at the end to kind of bail out, it could have been pretty brutal.
Yeah, it's definitely a no fucks given clip, and I love that. I was going to say that for your top 3 favorite clips, one of mine would absolutely have to be the fucking, that clip in St. Catharines. It was just nuts. Like, that is definitely one of my favorite that we filmed.
Because it's just something we stumbled across. It wasn't planned.
was
at
so
all. It's
random,
just like,
too,
oh
like-
wow, look at this rail. Oh my god, it's fucking huge.
Yeah. It was so cold that day. It was not a fucking good day to film that at all.
I feel
And you
like that's
still-
when I ride the best, when I have a sweater and some jeans on, and it's kind of nipply out, and my nipples get a little bit hard.
I think it like kind of motivates you, right? Like, I find at
Yeah,
least
hard
like
nipples definitely motivates me.
I always find that like in that kind of temperature, you're wearing like a jacket or something. So if you're gonna fall, it's not gonna be terrible if you don't care about what you're wearing.
And especially with that
Um,
kind of clothing over, my nipples will not shear through that
Yeah,
heavy
that's the
clothing,
thing.
Being
You
as hard
definitely
as
don't-
they get.
You don't want that. So it could be pretty difficult if that happened, which thank God it
Pretty
fucking
serious
did.
topic.
But so let's talk a little bit about fucking just what are your 3 favorite clips that you've filmed?
Well, the one in St. Catharines would be one of them. I think in Space Goats, that 10 flat 10,
Yeah, that spot is amazing.
that was
You-
that's like the biggest kinked handrail I've done, and that's the biggest like ice pick on a handrail I've done. was
Yeah.
that last 10 on.
I
on
really
that.
liked that you did pegs to ice as well as pegs. I know that day I was trying to convince you to do pegs to crook, and you were thinking about it, but then we kind of just decided that you've already had fucking good luck at this rail. Let's just not push our luck
Yeah.
with it. And I think that was probably a good decision. I don't know how great. Like, I know you are pretty decent at crooks, but I just don't know if that would have been the right rail for it. It's pretty
Well,
steep.
especially since not only is it steep, but by the time you're going down a 10 flat 10 Kinker rail, you're going so fast by the end of it, and it has like that rail's been supported on the sides with a bunch of like these weird supports. So
Yeah.
going at that speed to go into a crooks down a 10, like
It
just
definitely
wasn't-
probably wouldn't have been the best rail for it. So
yeah.
I
Like
think
it's doable for sure, but I don't think that was the right day.
yeah, I think that's true.
I didn't want to go
Um,
sleep that day.
So we went to Montreal last year. You and I and a couple of other goats. Was there any spot in particular that you would say that people have to check out in Montreal if they get the chance?
Well, I think Peace Park is a really good overall spot for anybody to check out because it's nothing really intense, but it's a really great chilling spot. The locals are so friendly, marble ledges, and it's a great atmosphere and a really good spot.
What I thought was like so crazy about Peace Park was that just like the people that we met there were so random and fucking interesting. The one person that we met was like a mom with her 2 kids. She's just asking me about like what we're doing there, filming and whatnot. And I look over and she's drinking a fucking Shock Top, which is like a beer. And she's just sitting there with her like fucking 10-year-old girl and her 14-year-old. And they're talking to us, just wondering what we're doing. And they watch us. And then after that, like literally 5 minutes after they leave, this fucking dude shows up with a guitar with a like piece of twine as his guitar strap, and absolutely fucking killed it. That guy hung out with us for the whole day, and let me tell you this: when that guy left, he was fucking stumbling away. He was so fucking hammered,
Oh, yeah,
and
I
we got
remember
him
that part.
so baked. I just remember that dude was like, he was so fucking sick, and after he finished his songs, he was just like. Nathan gave him probably like 3 or 4 fucking 5.9 tall cans of Pabst, and then we smoked him up, and that guy was fucking incredible, man. I wish that we could meet that dude again. I really hope we can because he was an awesome dude. He gave us all a very, very interesting life skill, which was how long you should look at a girl, like check her out, and that is the 3-second rule. So. You got 3 seconds to look. By 2.5 seconds, you should be starting to look away. If you're pushing it, they're gonna catch you. And you know what? I feel like that's true. So
Oh,
fucking
100%.
props to that guy, man. You figured it out. But then after that, this random fucking dude from like near Quebec City just came over, and Travis talked to him for a little bit, and it was
Pascal.
Yeah,
His
it
name
was-
is Pascal. What I really respected about that guy is he did not know very much English, but he was so interested and intrigued to talk to us and me. Like, he tried so hard to have a conversation. We did have a good conversation, but like, I just wish I knew more French because literally I felt bad. He was so interested to talk to me and was trying so hard, and I just wish I even knew as much French as he knew English. And he's actually a really interesting guy, and he actually used to grow a bunch of weed plants.
Yeah, it's super fucking crazy. I remember him telling us, and like it was super hard to understand. But he's like saying to Travis, the mother, and then we're like, oh, like the mother plant, huge. He's got his
he's like the
fucking
mother,
arms out.
not my mother, the mother. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, bitch. This dude fucking killed it. That was like seriously the most interesting thing, because if you looked at this guy down the street, you'd be like, oh, it's some fucking nerdy like old dude, and it's literally like a dude who used to grow so much fucking weed. He was telling us that like he got lucky because when he got caught, he was still a minor. He was like 17, and since then he just kind of like
He
quieted
got
down.
arrested.
Oh yeah, arrested. But yeah, we definitely parted ways and said au revoir.
And a huge shout out when we went to Montreal. Huge shout out to our friend Frederique. She spent the majority of the week with us, showing us all around Montreal, all these fantastic spots like the humps, like the brick banks. Took us to the Big O. If you're ever in Montreal, check out Olympic Stadium, but don't spend a ton of time there because there's way more street to be found. Olympic Stadium is just like, if you're bored and you got nothing to do, check it out. But just otherwise have a quick glimpse at it.
I definitely think everybody should check out Olympic Stadium, but don't spend more than 3 hours there at all. Everything's been done. Like everything that is there is absolutely fucking insane. The one ledge that we saw, it's been in a ton of different like pro videos. We went there and it's left side, so I was seriously considering looking at it just to do a gap to tires, and That thing has so much fucking wax on it. You could tell this thing has been rode for literally like 10 plus years by pros everywhere. And I think it actually, I might be wrong, but I think Corey Martinez did something on it for his X Games Real BMX Street 2018 part. So not this year, but the year before. I think he did. I know Chad Curley has gotten a ton of crazy clips on it. It's absolutely fucked. It's
Chad
seriously,
Curley's a robot.
it doesn't make any sense. And the thing about Chad Curley, I gotta say this now, I fucking hate Chad Curley. Not for his riding, for the way that he fucking dresses. For some reason, it turns me off of his entire fucking videos. That dude is so good on a bike, but holy fuck, he looks like such a douche.
Yeah, we all have opinions about people.
That's for sure.
Like Tom Dugan.
Yeah. Travis isn't, he's not a very big Tom Dugan fan.
You know, I used to really like Tom Dugan until he gave that speech about hating water and how he only drinks, fucking Coca-Cola or Pepsi. I don't know. Dr. Pepper, that was it. I don't know. I feel like he's not a half bad rider, but like, wow, I just lost so much respect for him. Like his intelligence level is just not where I once
not
thought
there.
it was.
Yeah, that's fair. But Travis, man, what is your your last clip that you wanted to mention for your favorite three?
You know, I think it was one of the first big clips that I ever did for Fuck Asses. It was that red rail in Waterloo that I showed you, and I'm just like, hey, let's just look at this rail. And we got out and looked at it, and we're both like, wow, like this is a pretty intense rail. And like this is like right before we got really serious about the video, like right before anyone was really serious about the video. And I just remember looking at him like, all right, I just want to get my bike out to look at it. And you're like, all right. And I like started rolling up to it. And then after 10 minutes, you're like, yeah, I'm just going to get my camera out just to kind of look at it. And I'm going to look at you rolling up to it. I'm like, yeah, because I'm not going to do it. We're just going to look at it. And you're just going to look at the angle. And then like 30 minutes later, I'm like, hey, we're fucking doing this. And like, it took me a while, and I probably did like 150 roll-ups to it. But it's like, I've never hit such a big, intense rail. There's literally like a 12, 13 foot drop on the right side. I'm doing the right side of the rail.
And right next to the rail, sorry to interrupt, there's a giant fucking window that's
and it's
like
really
connected to the
old.
ground.
It's really old window, and it looks like single pane glass. And if you know anything about single pane glass, when that shit breaks and shatters, it slices your skin like so easily. And it was just a really big mind fuck, thinking like, if I go over this rail and hit that window, I could literally be ending my life. And it was really cool. And then I finally manned up and did it. And it was hard because there was a grass run up, and you only get about 6 feet of concrete.
Middle of fucking spring. It's still wet out. I remember, like, I feel like there was still snow on the ground. I might be wrong.
No, there wasn't any snow, but everything was, like, still trying to dry out. It wasn't
Yeah.
quite summer yet, and everything was still pretty moist.
I remember you doing
Delicious.
that fucking clip, and beforehand, we spent at least 45 minutes just looking at the rail. And then when you said that you were going to do it, you did 2 more run-ups, and then you sent it. And that fucking clip still resonates with me so hard because I think it was kind of the beginning of Fuck Asses. I had started filming with people, and we'd already gotten a couple clips, but nothing like super crazy. And then when you did that, I think it kind of took everybody up to the next level.
Yeah,
right?
really. I remember you showed the rest of the crew that clip, and then people started to take it really serious. They're like, damn, like that was like some serious shit. And then like I started to see Jesse do some shit. I started to see Eric do some cool shit, and like that really kind of gave everybody the vibe,
else.
like, all right, this is like real. Like we want to actually perform. We're not just playing around anymore. Like we're making a video. We want to make something memorable. And like that was super memorable. Like that was one of the most scariest moments for me was doing that rail, and that really opened up my mind to start doing rails. Because before that, I'd done, a couple smaller rails, but that was like the first big, scary, serious rail that I ever did.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with you. It was very, very. I feel like that clip was important on another level to like not just filming, but like everybody's life in general that like was part of that clip, right? So like everybody was part of the video. I think that clip really resonated with everybody, and they kind of understood like this is fucking serious, right? So.
And one more cool fact about that rail: it was in fact NBD.
NBD.
which is kind of in this city and in this area with these old spots and these old rails. Mostly everything is ABD. Everything's been
very-
touched around, and
yeah.
we checked with some of our BMX historians, Ozzy, aka Ruthless Ozzy. You could follow him on Instagram, but he doesn't post anything.
BMX.
Weed BMX.
Yeah.
Ozzy's a
fucking-
great guy, but
Ozzy's
he's like
great. He's a friend of the podcast.
he is a BMX historian. If you ever have any questions about what has been done and where it has been done, you can contact him, and he will definitely let you know.
Yeah, that is for sure. But all right, one last question for you, Travis. Who is your biggest influence in BMX riding wise?
Well, I'd have to say two people, and they're not like pros or anything.
Yep.
But well, I guess kind of. So I guess I could say three people. As a kid growing up, I saw Dave Mira. I knew who Dave Mira was before I knew who Matt Hoffman was, and I grew up watching and idolizing Dave Mira, and I thought he was just insane, and he was so cool, and I wanted to be like him one day. But rip Dave Mira. I was really upset when he passed away, but he was one of my biggest influences as a child. And then what really got me to start riding BMX seriously is when I met my good old friend Dave Advent, and I met Ozzy through Dave, and we were riding at the Square House in Guelph, and that's when I realized I was like, this isn't just like something to do when you're bored or you have some free time. Like, this is a real lifestyle, and they really pushed me to go further and to take my bike more seriously, and I really learned what a fantastic lifestyle it is, and how it's more than just riding your bike for fun. It's a complete passion, and I really fell in love with it, and those guys were a humongous influence to my riding, and I would definitely not be the rider I am today if it weren't for the influence of Ozzy and Dave Advent.
Yeah, shout out to those guys. They're really, really cool fucking guys, man. Especially if you're being locals, like just people that, you know, they don't really get noticed, which sucks. But Dave has like such an incredible style, and Ozzy's been riding for so long. Like, he's
If you
probably
can
been,
get your hands on it, check out Dave Advent's video, Flavor Country, which I think was a huge influence for your original DVD Fuck Asses, because when I showed you that, I remember I only had one little clip in the friends section. I remember you seeing me at the skate park like months after it came out, and you're like, oh my god, I can't believe you're in Flavor Country, that's insane. And it's
yeah. No, it's it definitely was, man. Especially to see like local stuff like that, right? One of the things that I love most about BMX is just the fucking, like, you know, small time local videos, just because it kind of brings the community together, right? I feel like that's a big reason on why I do the jams. That's a big reason on why I film. That's why I do most of the stuff that I do, even the podcast, right? We got 4 of you guys here visiting me today just to talk about BMX, and that's fucking sick, man, especially for somebody that loves BMX as much as I do.
Absolutely. And I think the rest of these guys are pretty eager, so we should maybe move
Yeah,
on, even
well,
though everyone wants to hear me doing what I want when I want the way I want to.
Of course, yeah.
But I'm going to do that anyway, so I'd like to hand off the mic to
We're going to be handing it off to Eric.
Eric.
Oh, really?
I love Eric.
I don't
He's a
like
longtime
talking.
friend of mine.
Alrighty, we got Eric here now, too. How's it going, Eric?
It's going.
It's going?
Yeah, it's going.
Alrighty, so let's check out your video part, and yeah, we'll see what we can do with it. It's
There's nothing to be done. It's already been done.
You know what, though? I actually really fucking like your video part. Your video part was one of my favorite that I've ever created, ever. It was,
Wow.
it's
Thank
definitely within the top 3 video parts that I've ever made, and I really, really enjoyed it. It was a very long time to make it, but you know what? It worked out really fucking well, so I'm really happy that we spent our time, and we did everything we wanted to do, most of the part.
Ooh, yeah, right
Alrighty, so here we go. We're starting with the fuck ass intro. Eric really wanted to make sure that he had a fuck asses part, like a feel of it. So we made it so
Yeah.
that the goats find a VHS tape in space, and that is the Fuck Asses 2 tape. Which maybe in a couple years, you never know, it might happen.
It better happen.
I love this clip here. This little battle for this clip was incredible. It was one of my favorite
I
things
hate
that I've ever
that rail
filmed.
so much.
It's
I don't
so
even want
funny.
to go back and clean it up. I hate
Yeah,
that rail.
I just love it. It's so sketchy.
It's so bad.
So good.
No.
But yeah, so we chose Fall Back Down for this song. A big thing was that we wanted to have like kind of a mid-school feel to the video part. So Eric
think
did a
we
really,
succeeded.
you did a really good job at fucking making sure that it felt like that.
It's the way I ride. Just feeble grinds all over everything. It's very feebly.
But I think that first clip of you, that gap to rail, I actually was very impressed the second that I saw you do that, because that year for you I felt was like the strongest year of BMX for you, because you really sent it.
Yeah, it definitely was. Like that year was actually the year that I did all those rails. I did 2 gap to rails in one day. Actually,
Yeah,
this
so
rail
this
here.
one there, and
That's
then
the first gap to rail I've ever done, and it was sideways.
you did the next one like maybe an hour later.
Yeah, straight out of the car.
And then we just had a clip from Hong Kong Ledges, your favorite spot in the world.
Dude, I love those flat ledges.
They're
the
great.
best. They're the
Never a
best
dull
flat
moment
ledges.
there. It's like
Yeah.
right downtown Kitchener, and if you know anything about Kitchener Waterloo, Kitchener's sketchy. Waterloo is fucking like city folk. It's really weird.
Yeah, Kitchener. You always got the grimy little crackheads and meth addicts.
Yeah, in
It's just-
Kitchener, and for some reason it's like Waterloo doesn't get them, which is
Yeah.
so weird. Like they do.
Ah,
Yeah, but that clip there, I actually really like that Feeble to Smith. I don't know why, but that clip has always felt like so interesting to me. I think too, just the story behind getting that clip was like a big one. So I want to talk to you once the video is done about that.
okay.
And that's a London clip there.
Oh,
Lions Arena. That's such a good spot. That was Oppopegs, right?
yeah, that
Yeah.
was the right side.
And then my favorite trick that you do, and that it's like it's a Eric icon, if you get what I'm saying, is the feeble backwards feeble.
Yeah.
Dan's ramp. If anybody
Yeah,
who
Dan's
knows
ramp.
who Dan Burgretz is, they know that this dude is the fucking coolest dude in the world.
He's so awesome.
I
I'm
love
so
Dan,
glad that
man.
he's like the neighbor for me just down the road. With
Both
the
of his
backyard
kids
ramp.
ride BMX. Josh takes it a little bit more seriously. And Josh, if you're listening to this, man, keep fucking killing it. You are so rad.
Jaden, come out more often.
Yeah, fucking dick. That's oh, this clip there, that fucking
Dumpster.
that dumpster clip is
Yeah.
incredible.
I'm so glad to get a dumpster clip, man.
That was
Like,
one that we spent quite a while actually sizing up. We went there probably 4 or 5 times looking at that.
Yeah.
And when you actually did attempt it, it was incredible. You fucking died, but
I died and
you
killed my rear
pulled
rim.
it so clean when you actually did get it.
I always wanted a dumpster clip. I was stoked to finally get one.
Yeah,
in my
that was
lifetime.
incredible.
And that ledge with
There we
the
go.
grass. That was a lot
This
more
clip
effort.
was filmed on the very final day of filming for for Space Goats.
It's fuck asses in a space goes.
Yeah, I guess that's fair. Dude, I can't even say it. It's
It's
literally
like-
fucking a fuck
It's
ass's
like,
part.
yeah, it's like a partception.
There you go.
I love how you disappear behind it.
Yeah, every
I'm
video,
pretty
man,
good
Eric
at
has
that, eh?
clips where he disappears. Then the double down Lourdes ledge in Guelph.
Ah,
It
that
was
was-
the entire thing too, not just the fucking down part, the top. It was incredible, man.
Yeah, that one was a fight for like 2 days.
Yeah, it
And
definitely was.
That's not even exaggerating.
it
I wish it
was-
was.
We were there for quite a while doing that one, but again, fucking shout out to you for that. So, first of all, I wanted to talk a little bit about the Feeble to Smith clip in that like ghetto area. So when we filmed,
that's like university.
it was
area.
behind a dumpster. Yeah, I guess Travis did used to live there.
I was
So
living there when he did the clip.
yeah, oh yeah, he did too.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, we didn't invite you down.
Yeah, sorry.
I didn't even know.
Anyways,
I think I found out later that you were living
We
in that
filmed-
building.
That day.
Yeah.
We filmed that clip, and right after we got it, like literally, as I turned the fucking camera off, the fucking cops show up. This
Yeah, the
dude just
cops
pulls
show up.
up. He's got a flashlight. He's got fucking sirens on. What are you guys doing back there? Oh, we're just filming a bunch of stuff. And then he saw like the camera, and he saw just all of us. He's like, okay, cool. There's a lot of people that fuck around back here, so just be careful, man.
Yeah, we
Like,
got called in. It was like somebody. They thought we were like shattering skids or something.
yeah, they
like,
thought that we were fucking shit up.
Like, what does it matter if we're breaking up the skids? They're in the dumpster anyways.
Yeah,
Or
it
in the
definitely.
dumpster.
It was really fucking weird, man. But that clip, for some reason,
That cop was
speaks
chill.
so much with me. Like, it feels so like fuck ass, if you know what I mean. It's like a grimy dumpster area. You're fucking weaving beside a dumpster. I'm
Really?
standing on the top of it.
I'm really attracted to dumpster,
Yeah,
garbagey
garbagey
ledgy
fucking
spots.
mid-school spots.
Anything that's grimy and doesn't slide.
So speaking of something that's grimy and doesn't slide, that dumpster clip where you did the double peg on the dumpster. For
Yeah.
anybody that doesn't know that spot, it's super ghetto. There was literal fucking needles and like garbage.
Razor blades.
Razor blades, needles, garbage, just everywhere.
And,
And
yeah, Clay and Ray really saved my butt on that one.
yeah, Clayton made sure that we fucking cleaned it all up. And then,
Yeah, I was so confident that I had that first tee. I was like, no, don't worry about it. Leave the needles. And
I
then-
love the bail
And then
on
kicked
that.
him underneath the dumpster, and guess where I would have landed? Right on top of those. It's like, oh, okay.
Man, the fucking bail on that is like so hardcore because your back wheel gets hooked on the edge of the dumpster and you just get shot forward. It reminds me of fuck asses when Travis ate shit on that rail, the St. Andrews rail in the
Oh,
intro
where he hooks?
where it's slow mode.
Yeah.
It's literally like right over the fucking bars and there's nothing you can do about it. It was incredible, man. That was one of my favorite clips of you is that dumpster. And just it really shows that if fucking you really try it, something you can pull it, right? Like
Yeah.
that was such perseverance in there. But anyways, how long have you been riding BMX for, Eric?
I'm 30. Come on, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm
come
not
on
even
there,
quite
Grandpa.
30 there. No, like I've been riding since I was like 15, I'm 29, so that's 14 years. But I started taking it more serious when I met like Adam Wombolt
Yeah.
and Zach,
Shout out to
Zach Martin
Adam
and
Zach.
Will and them. So that was probably around the age of like 18. So
Yeah.
I'd say it's been like 11 years.
Definitely.
Consistently.
Yeah. And what's really cool too is that you actually had a part in Fuck Asses as well. And I think that part in Fuck Asses, when we started filming that, you started to take street riding a little bit more seriously as well. I think all of us did, to be honest. And nowadays, if you talk to us, we're more of street riders than anything. We don't really ride parks too often. We have been a lot this year just from, calming down
Yeah.
from filming and whatnot. But
I find I'm starting to slow down a little bit myself though, so like
yeah, this is your second full video part that you've worked your ass on, so I think everybody can kind of understand that. But let's talk about your 3 favorite clips from Fuck Asses as well as Space Goats. Do you have any in the top of your head?
clip wise favorite clips. Actually one of my favorite clips ever would be on Hong Kong in the Fuck Asses part. And that would be the feeble 180 to feeble I guess that'd be like a hard easy cab out. But that was the first one I ever landed. We're getting attacked by bunnies in here.
Yeah, sorry, my rabbits are they're pretty awesome.
Bunnies are attacking the goats.
Cinnabon is being very friendly with Travis right now. Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
clip too, I think that was the first time that you ever really did that trick. I know you had
It
done
was my very first time landing that trick ever.
Yeah, and it was street too, which is sick.
It took us like what, like
Oh,
4
a couple
hours,
hours, man.
I think
We
it
were
was
there-
Like 4.
We were there for a while. I know that we were there.
It was cold too. It
Yeah,
sucked.
we were there from when the sun was like just about to set till like 10 o'clock at night when it was pitch black out.
Yeah.
And
That was the only time I've ever been snaked in the streets by a scooter kid too.
yeah, it was
Fine-
so weird.
Oh, I thought I had it. I landed and ran right into a scooter kid. I'm like, where'd you come from?
It was so weird. I have no
I
idea
was
how the
so
fuck
pissed.
that happened.
So pissed.
Yeah, man, that fucking clip was insane. So that's definitely one. And then you know what? That's probably one of my favorite 3 as well. What you got next?
I don't know. Speaking of Hong Kong, in Space Goats, there's the feeble gap tooth
Yeah.
shank.
That was
That
that was really cool. But for anybody that doesn't know, Eric's had a battle with that ledge because he wants to feeble the entire first section, which is close to 40, 50 feet,
I wouldn't say it's
gap over like a 3-foot gap into Smith and grind the whole thing there. So maybe this year we'll find out. Travis is 100% taking his shirt
Yo,
off.
that's
This is
hot.
so good.
Take my pants off too.
Oh yeah, fucking strip podcast.
Too many goat.
Every
goats
time
in
that I
there.
say or everybody's gotta take their fucking clothes off. Okay, but one thing that I think we need to absolutely talk about is the bridge rail that Ozzy
I
loves
hate
so
that.
so much.
Yeah, Ozzy loved that clip. So many people tell me they love that clip.
That clip is
I
so
hate that
awesome to
clip.
me. I just love that clip because it's in the middle of a fucking forest. There's just like a little ravine, and you're just doing
It's a
like
little creek.
bank to pegs. It was like, to me, when we got there, I knew somebody was gonna fall over the side and into the water, and I was just kind of waiting for it. So like I had my camera out, I'm filming everybody, and you know what? I honestly thought that it would be Jamie Santos.
Oh, dude, if it was some toast, that would have been amazing. But
Yeah.
it was me.
Yeah, it was definitely. I thought it was Santos. That would have been fucking funny, but
He's a little faggot.
yeah, there we go. But
Okay.
anyways, your part in Space Goats blows your fuck asses part out of the water. I think that the riding was incredible. Like, you did so much better just in general. And then also on top of that, you had such a mid-school feel to it. Like, the music matched up perfectly. I'm definitely very proud of that part. That's one of my favorites.
Oh, you did a lot of work on that. editing,
Yeah,
like,
it's definitely.
I just wrote it.
It's a lot of people are actually very stoked about that part. I remember when we did the premiere, like, just the whole night, everybody was fucking stoked on everything. But I don't know. I was like, during your part, I felt like people kind of resonated with it a little bit more. People enjoyed it, right?
Yeah, like
Um,
I've got some good feedback from my part, which is actually surprising.
Yeah, I think
I don't-
overall, like, Space Goats just blows fuck asses out of the water 100%. There's no other way around it, which
Well,
is
it's probably because you can see it without going all blurry.
yeah, true. But yeah, Eric, thank you, man. That's I definitely got to say you fucking killed it in the
Yeah,
last
like-
part.
I don't know. I was really stoked on the
Yeah,
on Space Goats in general. It was a great video.
yeah, it was definitely it was fucking.
good time.
You killed it, man. Good job. Next we got Caleb Smith.
Caleb, you gotta speak into this thing.
Yeah, like right into it,
Yeah, you
Let's
gotta make
see.
out like you're making out with it.
Okay, hold on. Good?
Yeah, that should be good there.
Sick.
Raise the mic up a little bit if you can. Like, raise the bar. And then lower that filter.
How's that?
Let's see.
Better?
Yeah, that's way better. There we go.
Way better.
So, Caleb, let's fucking throw your part up on here, and we'll
Yeah.
watch that really quick.
Let's watch your Gappy Boys again.
Like Gappy Boys.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Yeah.
did
like
a
all
really
my
good
favorite
job,
ones.
man. Especially like being somebody that just came into filming with us too. Like, I've known you for a couple years now, and I think that it was really interesting to actually like meet with you and ride with you a lot more than we used to.
I mean, man, when you're coming into a group of such good dudes, it's hard not to have a good time and just fucking shred.
Yeah, thank you, man. That's fucking. It's really good to hear that you enjoyed hanging out with us, right? So.
For
Um,
sure.
You definitely had a really cool part. You did a split part with Roman. So overall, how do you feel the part kind of, finished off? Were you stoked on the way everything worked?
Yeah, I
or-
think it was sick. Like, there's certain things that I wish I would have done better, but then there's certain things I'm super fucking hyped on, and like, it just kind of evens out. And then adding Roman into that equation, he's super sick. So like,
Yeah, Roman's a local young kid who I had do a half part with Caleb, and Roman has such a cool like sloppy style that I love. Like, he's just an unreal rider especially for his age too, and it's definitely really cool to get you guys together. I felt like your parts would match really well,
for
so
sure.
it definitely, I think it worked out really well. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this to
It's all
load.
good. I have to say, like, the animation, I don't know whose idea it was, but it was amazing.
Yeah, thank you, man.
I
I
was-
fucking really wanted to do that.
I hadn't really seen much of my part before the premiere, and just I was not expecting it at all. So that was super sick.
Well, that's good to hear, man. Yeah, I did the MF Doom bit right before your part. One thing that I do I'm sad about is that during that bit, I wasn't actually able to have an MF Doom song right after that, so we're using Dell for that one. But yeah, let's see how this goes. Okay, so why don't you tell me what's going on screen there?
Right now we're watching the goats.
Yeah, so this is probably the MF Doom bit. When all of this happened,
Security alert. Backdoor breach.
There's a
there's a back door being breached. What, Travis? What do you got going on there?
I
really
don't know
quick?
what's going on over there.
I think he's got a friendly friend of the podcast in here. Stefan, how's it going, dude?
Very good, dude.
Very good,
what
man.
is it?
What are you doing, man?
What are you guys saying tonight?
We're doing podcast. You interrupt, man. They're fucking not even bringing the Wiener Schnitzel, man.
Is it okay if I drink at the guy's house and go out to district, eh?
No, why do you always want to fucking use my house to go to district? You're not gonna fuck any bitches anyways. You're only gonna
that's
drink
fine.
2
At least
beers.
if
I have
get
no
some
idea
numbers,
what's going on.
This is our buddy Stefan. He's fucking bugging the fuck out of us. Stefan, man, fuck you. We're trying to do something.
What are you doing, eh? What are you trying to give each other
We're
the
doing
old
a
Dutch router or something?
podcast. Fuck off.
Yes, give each other the old Dutch router there,
Yes.
guy.
No. And explain to us exactly what the Dutch runner is.
Dutch router, eh?
So explain what that is exactly.
Do I want
The
to
guy
know?
know.
Yeah, tell us.
Yeah,
Tell
but
us
the
what it
people
is.
watching don't know what it is.
Well, I don't know. You stroke each other's shaft. Each guy, you know.
Is that it?
That's it.
Yes, guy. The old
Alright.
Dutch router.
Well,
I stroke your shaft, you stroke my shaft, bud.
you should do the reach around Dutch rudder real quick and fuck right off. All right, Travis, fucking hang up on him. He's dead.
What?
But yeah, Caleb, there we go.
Who are you?
We're back on this. So for your video part, I just gotta fucking come around the corner.
From
Real
an old VHS.
Mr. MF Doom Goat
My man said,
talking to the space goats.
not even from the Earth, you know what I'm saying? It's from outer space. You gotta give me a copy.
Yeah, this whole thing was super sick. I was not expecting any animation or anything.
Yeah, well, thanks, man. It took a long time to actually make this bit, and I had this bit in mind for years too. And I'm happy that it worked out the way it did.
Trust me, you do not want to see that. You should check out this though.
So it kind of just goes right into Caleb's part here. They got a triple set that he gaffed, which was incredible.
Yeah, I was not expecting to do that day.
Yeah, that was so random too. We just kind of showed up there and you just pulled it, and it was sick. Vic Park Ledges in London. That spot is amazing. And then the next part too is the YMCA in London. Incredible area to ride. This spot here is awesome too. There's always security there now, which kind of sucks, but what do
Yeah,
you
we
do,
got
right?
booted last time we were here too.
Yeah. You're the only part in in Space Goats, sorry, that has dirt jumps in it.
Yeah, I seen that.
Yeah, that's cool,
That
eh?
was awesome. Other than friends section, wasn't there like?
I think there might have been some clips in the Bales, but I don't think even the friends section had any.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't remember.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
probably
okay,
forget
man.
half these clips anyways.
This clip is one of my favorites. That's
That pool is
Feeble
so
Gap
sick.
Smith. Yeah, that pool is fucking sick.
So was that bank. I love the Honda bank.
The Honda bank is dope. Little whip out of there. 180 Smith, Switchblade Smith. That was really sick. Oh, this clip's incredible. So, Caleb, your fucking rim exploded 2 seconds before we filmed this clip, and you were not having it. You're like, all right, let's fucking do this shit.
Man, that was a really weird day because my rim exploded, and Justin Parsons, one of the other Goaty boys, just happened to bring an extra wheel that day, which
Yeah.
is like so weird.
So fucking strange, man. So
But-
shout out to you, Justin. Thank you.
Shout out to Justin to keep me rolling that day.
Yeah, that was awesome. Well, I remember we had like such a good session that day. Justin
That was,
killed it.
Dude, that day I remember that that was a battle.
Yeah.
That day that my wheel blew up, I think we ended up riding in Brantford till like 3 a.m., 4 a.m.
Yeah, I think so, to be honest with you.
That
There was
was
a bunch
a
of
good day.
cops that showed up, and they fucking were pissed that everybody was drinking. Whatever, fuck you. It's like 2 in the morning at Brantford Park. Yeah, we got Roman's little section here now. So with Roman's riding, did you feel like you guys kind of matched up in the same, like, similar aspects of riding?
I think we matched. I don't think we matched up like perfectly, but like, well, I wouldn't say perfectly. It was a good complementing each other. Like our
Yeah.
riding complemented each other. I'm just trying to find words for it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if I was gonna have you guys just get clips like and put them kind of like separately, like the way I did, or whether I would just mix them. But I'm happy I did it separately because I think it worked really well that way.
For sure. He has like a really distinct like street-oriented style.
Yeah, he definitely does, and he's actually super young too. He's just turned 18, so fucking shout out to you, non-legal drinking boy. Yeah, it's he fucking had a really good part too. I was really proud of him for what he did.
Romaine lettuce.
Yeah, but I think we'll just start talking about all the questions I got for you.
For sure. Let's do it. I've got lots to talk about, and I'll probably remember some more stuff as we go along.
Alrighty there, Caleb. So a couple questions for you. So during Space Goats, did you feel like you were part of the crew? Because this was your first video with us. And I know that like kind of being an outsider coming in must be kind of at least difficult, but we had known you for such a long time that I feel like it wasn't really like an outside thing,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. I think that was it. Like I had met you years ago, and I've been coming to your jams.
Yeah, you've always
So-
came to my jams, which is awesome.
It wasn't like I didn't have like any beef with anybody, and like it was just a supernatural like
Yeah,
fitting in with everybody.
I think too, like our group is so welcoming, which is awesome.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Kind of everybody can come ride with us, man. Like our friends parts, but I have always put 2 friends sections in videos because I don't think that I want to leave anybody out, right? And even the last one, I was very, very close to doing a 3rd friend section.
Yeah.
But I unfortunately couldn't. So
The thing that always amazes me, and I've been weirdly thinking about this lately, is like how intertwined the Ontario BMX scene is.
it's pretty crazy, man. Especially for just like a Southern Ontario BMX scene that's all like at max 3 hours apart, right?
Yeah,
Like,
exactly.
Luckily in Kitchener, we're kind of like dead center, which is awesome. So we know people from all over, which is incredible. But Caleb, how long have you been riding for?
I think I've been riding a bike for most of my life, but BMX probably maybe seriously like 13 or 14, and I'm 20. I honestly forget if I'm 22 or 23. I think I'm 22, 23 this year, so
Yeah, that's okay.
just under 10 years or maybe 10 years. I don't know.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Somewhere around there.
So, just overall, what do you think your favorite clips were in the video that you filmed?
There's some that stick out to me, and I think one of them is that gap right at the beginning of my part.
Yeah,
just 'cause,
that
like,
gap is like so sick, man.
I think that was the biggest gap I've done, let alone filmed.
Yeah, it was really cool, and I remember like us kind of like sizing it up, and I think you only actually did 1 attempt at it. I'm pretty sure.
No, I did too,
You
because
did
I remember
too.
this. I remember my back wheel clipped the bottom step just a little bit, and I had
Right.
to put my foot down.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, but that was fucking sick. That gap is incredible. I know that it hasn't been done in years, so good job on you for
Good.
that. Was there a clip you wish that you had gotten? And what was a battle clip for you?
Oh, this was just on the tip of my tongue. Battle clip. Oh, that over ice.
That
on
over
that rail.
ice. Yeah, you definitely spent quite a few minutes there
So
trying to get that.
I grind right side, and this rail just happened to have like the slightest bend towards the right side. So if I go over ice, that where I'm thinking the rail is, it's actually over 3 inches. So
Yeah.
I had to like in my head jump
Onto the rail.
jump
as if you were
onto the
gonna do
rail where
tires.
and it just worked out that my peg caught it, and it worked out perfectly. I'd
Yeah,
say.
that's it was a really fucking cool clip, man. I was really stoked that you got that, especially as easily as you did. I remember Andy did something on that. I cannot remember.
I think
what
he just
did.
iced down it on the other
Yes,
side.
he did just ice down it, which was sick.
Which was kind of
so-
sketchy because there was a fence up against the
Yeah,
side.
there's a weird fence there. It's like somebody's house right beside it. Really cool spot though. If anybody is like from Kitchener that's looking to do their first handrail, hit me up because I know where that spot is, and that's the perfect first handrail for anybody.
Yeah, it's nice and small.
So for you, what kind of influences or like what did you use when you first got into BMX? Did you use like magazines to kind of look it up, or did you have the internet? By
We were
then?
talking about this earlier before the podcast.
Yeah.
But I was saying to Cam that I had a subscription to Ride BMX, so I had a massive pile of Ride BMX magazines. I don't know for how many years, but then after, I guess the digital age, or
Yeah.
sounding like an old man here, but I started going on Pink Bike, and I was on Pink Bike like every day for a
That's
few
where
years.
I kind of first got into BMX too, is Pink Bike. I remember I had so many like weird videos on there that I had made. And when I first started riding, I didn't really think I wanted to do like videos or anything like that. And I just started doing it because it was fun. And it's kind of crazy to think that like some of the videos that I've released are now like still on the internet somewhere. I haven't seen them in years. And like I've just been releasing DVDs since, right? So
I hear ya. I have like my channel has like a few of my old videos, and I like to go back and watch them just to reminisce.
yeah, no, that's true, man. I'm definitely that's a big reason on why I do like DVDs anyways is, you know, in like 20, 30 years from now I'll be able to look at it and be like, wow, we fucking
Yeah.
took our time and really worked
That
on
was
this
part of my reasoning too, is like they're memories that you can keep.
forever, right? And like, yes, you can get photos and yes, you can just try and remember it, but at the end of the day, video is the best way to remember because you can relive that moment, right? There may not be the moments that you can relive behind the scenes, but at least it might spark that image in your head,
Yeah,
right? Where a photo most
exactly.
of the time will not.
100%.
Yeah. So, where did you first start riding though?
I remember like being real young and making ramps on the sidewalk beside my parents' place, but that was like when I was 5 and 6.
Yeah.
But my first like real things are getting intimate here.
Yeah,
folks.
Travis is about to
is
take
taking
his
off
fucking
his
pants.
pants.
You won't.
It's fucking hot in here.
Pussy bitch.
No, I agree.
Oh
It's
my
kind
God.
of warm in here.
Sorry, man. I've got the
But-
fucking window open and everything, but when you get fucking 5 dudes in here. Which, by the way, where the fuck did Eric go? Is he just out there? Oh, nice. So Travis has got his fucking underwear on right now. Trying to get his fucking ball sweat in the air. It's gross. Caleb, man, just to continue until Eric. Oh, nice. He's back.
Okay, Eric's here.
Yeah, Eric's back.
What is going on?
There we go.
It's mayhem
Fucking
here.
touching his nips with no pants on.
It's my nipple. Put your pants on, man.
Yo, I absolutely hope that fucking Taylor doesn't come in right now. She's like, "What in the fuck
Why
are
are
you
there
guys
naked
doing?"
goats in my house?
Yeah, right.
There are naked
Yeah.
goats in the cave.
But as we were saying, Caleb, Pink Bike.
Yeah,
Do you know if people
Pink
really
Bike.
That's
still
still a
use
thing?
that? Because I don't really use it. Like I haven't
think
used
it's
it
like-
in years.
The BMX scene, I don't think, like BMX and freestyle, I guess, I don't know if they use it as much anymore, but like the mountain biking and like cross country and
Yeah, I
stuff,
think
that's
it's
definitely
still-
like more geared towards that. Well, I wouldn't say geared towards that, but that's like the
That's
people that
kinda-
use it.
That's the way that it goes, though, right? So, no, I can definitely agree with that. Pink Bike was awesome. I bought my first ever free coaster wheel from Pink Bike. And what's funny is that when I bought that wheel, I didn't know who Adam or Eric or any of these people were. And then I met Adam just by biking down the street one day looking for spots near my new house in Kitchener. And he's like, "Hey, kid, get in the back of the truck." And for some reason, being a 14-year-old kid, when they said that they would take me to a skate park, I was like, okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
So I
You
hopped
got
in
any
the-
candy too?
I hopped in this fucking truck. I had no idea who these fucking people were. Started driving like dicks. We go to the Odd, and we just start riding. And fucking, I didn't see them for a couple months, and then I started going to the Odd a lot more, and
Yeah,
kind of got really close with everybody. And then
that's how it happens,
yeah.
man. You go to a skate park and you meet one person, they slowly introduce you to a whole scene.
It's crazy, man. All it takes is just that one person just to say, "Hey," you know what I mean? So if you're out there and you're fucking a dickweed and you go to a skate park and you don't say hello to people, fuck you. You should say hello to people.
Yeah, fuck you.
Fucking asshole.
Assholes.
But yeah, I think we'll move on from there, Caleb. Your part was awesome.
Thank you.
I fucking loved it. You did such a good job on
I
it.
tried my best. I'm
Especially
gonna go
with
even
only
harder.
having about a year and a half to film it. You did really, really well.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, so thank you, man. And we're off to Jesse now. Alrighty, and we're back here. So Jesse, I'm about to play your part, and we'll watch that, and we'll kind of comment on that.
Are pants optional?
Pants are actually optional. Travis has decided to not wear a shirt or pants.
Or socks.
Or socks.
Or socks. He took those off. I was wondering why it started to smell in here. It's fucking weird, man. Alrighty, let's get this fucking thing working again. So we're on my part. We're on Jesse's now.
Oh my god. Put your pants back on.
Jesus.
I won't let you bring me down, Satan.
I'm really worried that Travis might get an erection.
Along with those hard nipples.
Right? Those nipples, man.
I
Fucking.
can't stop staring at them. They're looking at me.
Dude, if anybody just logged into the podcast, they just went back.
It's a
nope.
sauna in here. You have to get naked.
I'm fucking out. Alrighty, so right here we got the ending of my part, and we're
Rest
gonna
in
move
peace,
right
Natalie.
to Jesse's.
Forehead.
It's fucking great. It's out right now too, big boy.
Yeah, this is the most I've ever
Such a
seen you.
big boy.
Alrighty, so here we got Jesse's intro here with the Pegasaurus Rex.
Travis's idea was the best for this. I love it, especially with my filming shirt.
Man.
Thank
Yeah, the
you,
filming
Rob, for
shirt-
designing the filming shirt from Fuckasses.
I definitely think fucking huge round of applause to Rob. Rob
There's a-
actually fucking killed it.
Love you, Rob.
Robbie, you are the best.
The ongoing joke about this shirt is that I accidentally wore it way too often when we were filming for the first DVD, and yeah, that's the designated filming shirt now.
So now Jesse just has to wear that shirt. Any
So-
jam that we go to, he has to wear it. He keeps it framed with like a backlight in his house.
Don't do that.
It's pretty fucking cool. But animating this bit was really fun because it's actually the same screen twice reversed. So like the way it moves, each thing has to be moved 60 times per second when I'm animating this. That's not just like the goat, that's the background.
Oh,
the ship.
shit.
the fuck?
That was
Something
weird.
fell off the wall.
We're partying so hard, the cage.
Yeah, just leave it
ghosts
down for
in
now.
To be completely real with you, there's like a giant meteor headed straight for this.
But,
planet. You should
Yeah, anyways, this bit here was a lot of fun to make. I'm really happy the way it turned out.
Why is my voice so weird in that?
Yeah, let's
I thought it was a good idea at the time, and then I listened to it. I'm like, wow, my voice sounds so stupid.
Ah, it's okay, man. That's the same way that I think about all my fucking voices in this. Ugh.
Yeah.
But-
So this guy, I spent probably half an hour just trying to double peg this whole rail because I wanted to ice it and I wanted to hanger it. And this dude came walking by. I couldn't quite get to the end of the rail, and I said, "Yeah, I'll do it if you give me a beer." And then he walked away, and he came back and gave me a beer. And next try, I got to the end of the rail.
And then right after
And then
that,
right after that, I got everything else.
yeah. So right here, this fucking clip is
Yeah.
incredible. I honestly cannot believe that this is done now. It's 180 onto the sidewalk, fakey pegs down this huge ledge, half cab tooth chink, or half cab ice chink on the last stair.
Shout out to the bees in that rail.
Yeah, that fucking rail, man, had a bunch of bees in it.
Save the bees. Did more things.
That's Smith 180 at
Some more
Guelph.
things. I spent so much time at the Guelph University. That
We did. We filmed quite a bit of your part at Guelph Uni, which I'm definitely not upset about. Guelph University has so many good spots that, like, there's really no point not to film a whole part there, to be honest. It's incredible. Like, we have 3 clips in a row here where it's...
Yeah, and you can see it progressively get dark. The last clip, like how long I spent just trying to hard 3 this fucking rail.
it is like a 30-foot up
Well,
rail.
how dark it is.
It's a hard 3.
I replaced a tube somewhere in between.
Yeah, we replaced the tube, had a couple beers. I remember I was on like my third
Eric's the real
beer.
MVP in that one.
Yeah,
Hot beers.
hot beers from Eric's car. This London spot's amazing. Caleb, thank you for showing us that.
That thing was fun.
This clip is really cool, and there's actually a clip of, I think it's Nathan Williams doing something down that fucking setup.
There's one. Oh.
Oh yeah. This clip here was incredible. This is just Jesse and I hanging out in the middle of the night.
Fuck this clip.
This clip, the next
I
clip
spent
here,
so long on
I
that.
want to talk to you about that clip because it is
Yeah.
incredible.
Yeah, it is. I live down the street from there. And Jedi Guy made a few appearances.
Yeah, Jedi Guy, thank you. Shout out. So in Jesse's part, we filmed like half of it at night. So it transitions from daytime to night clips and then back to daytime clips. I think a lot of the clips filmed at night were super fucking cool. Like we have
That's the one.
3 different tricks on this rail. I think it's just 2 in a row though.
Hanger. Fall
Yeah,
in.
so it's Peg's Ice and then Peg's Hanger.
I did a lot of this DVD on that Soundwave and then broke it.
Yeah, that was really sad when you broke that. And the
I love
clip
my
is
new
actually
Soundwave.
in the video too. So during a clip coming up, Jesse does I think it's
Right
it's right
here.
here.
Smith
Smith knows
knows.
Pegs, easy 180,
Broken frame.
crack. Yeah.
Rest in peace, Soundwave.
Incredible. And then this
Shout
is on
out
a
to Ryder
different
and Backpedaling for giving me a new Sunday right after I broke that.
Yeah, that was really cool of them, man. This clip was incredible.
I spent way
Fucking
too long on that.
Pegs Easy 3 on this huge 13-14
I
up
spent way
ledge.
too long on this.
You had a different clip in mind for this.
I
which
did one. I'm
we're-
gonna come back for that.
We're
I
not
wanna
going to
do
bring
some
that
filler
up,
there.
though, because I think
Yeah.
that clip would be really cool.
Yeah. I was really hyped I got to do a rail-to-rail like that, though. That was really cool.
This day was awesome. Jesse had
Blew it
showed up.
too,
He was fucking
again.
super hungover. He didn't even want to ride. I made him do gap to hanger, drop, and
Brad
then he
has a-
also did gap to wall ride.
Brad has a theory that I only ride good when I'm hungover.
Yeah, I think Brad might be right. This clip took forever. We tried to film this for fuck asses.
Yeah. Couldn't get it. Did I do something else on that reel for fuck asses, or did we just can it?
I think we just canned it.
Yeah. I'm so happy with how clean both the filming and that clip was.
Yeah, that last clip was incredible. I was
Fuck
really
the
happy.
river in that ditch. I fell in it. It sucked.
That fucking river.
Anytime you're in the water, you fall.
Well, you mean me and you. That
The
rail was
KCI rail. My dad was just hanging out across the
cool.
street
Yeah, he
getting
just showed up
groceries.
and like watched us.
It was awesome.
Oh, Chris has such a cool photo of that. Shout out to Chris.
Yeah, thank you, Chris. That's in the
Fuck this
booklet too.
flare.
This flare was incredible. We took probably 30 different attempts at this,
We
and
spent
I've
2
known
hours
about
there.
I've known about this spot for close to 5 years, and I've never brought it up because I wanted something incredible to happen on it. And you know what? I'm happy we got the flare because that fucking spot has been raided by a bunch of homeless people, and it's now
Oh,
gone.
God.
It's ruined.
Brutal. Oh, I
Um,
drive by this stair set all the time.
this
Just think how
huge
horny
3.
I am that I finally did that.
That 3 was incredible.
I landed so hard I manualed off the curb.
Yeah. And then after this clip here with the nose bong,
I wish
gap,
I barred that stair.
180, half cab, huge set. And then the ender.
Oh, I took a shit at your place. I had a burger, and then we sent it.
It was crazy. This was literally warm up. I'm like, how did you do fucking pegs to crank arm on a huge rail like
I
that?
even saw those two coming down the street, and I'm like, oh, how cool would it be if I landed it right in front of them? And that was the try I did it.
Yeah, so shout out to you, man. That fucking clip was incredible. Alrighty, so let's see here. Jesse, how long you been riding BMX for?
I think I bought my Hoffman from Backpedaling when I was 12. I think it was my 12th birthday present.
Okay.
And I think I actually was riding a hyper I found in a dumpster for a year before that, and we just built dirt jumps right by my mom's place because they had a subdivision that was being built.
Right.
So we would just go to the areas that they had dug up all for getting ready to pour for foundations for houses, and we would just build mounds and mounds of dirt jumps there, and I would ride it with this hyper. And so I did that for about a year, and then, yeah, 12th birthday got the other Hoffman. So I'd say like 11, 12 years now.
Wow, man, that's
And I'm
fucking
23, so.
It's been a while, eh? Yeah, you've been in both videos though. So you were in Fuck Asses as well as Space
I got
Goats.
1 year to film in Fuck Asses. I got in right at the end.
You did. You got right in at the end, and you managed to get the intro part, and it's about 5 minutes long, and it has quite a few really interesting clips in it. So shout out to you for that.
I haven't
man.
seen that in a while, so I kind of forget, but.
That's okay. Yeah, that part was it was really fucking cool, man. However, in Space Goats, did you feel like the pressure was on because you had the ender? So you had the banger part that you had to make sure that it lived up to the rest of the video. And I gotta say, everybody in the video absolutely fucking killed it. Everybody did their best. But the last person, the ender person, really has to make sure that they just end the video with a bang. And I think you absolutely did. And I think that not only just yourself, but myself as well as Jason McDonald, who did the music, all three of us, we worked really well together. And yeah, what do you think? Did you think it was like the pressure was on? Maybe that helped you send a couple things?
I'm going to get Travis to come in and make a feature real quick because he has the perfect explanation for how I feel like I ride because he, you do what you want and, you know, say that, you know, your line.
Just do what I want when I want the way that I want to.
That's
exactly.
True. Yeah,
so
that's,
I didn't honestly feel like a lot of pressure. I just kind of like, you know, I one day I'd wake up and be like, hey, there's a thing I've been thinking about and I feel like doing it today, so let's do it.
Yeah. No, we definitely, a lot of the stuff that we filmed was more or less just like random. Like I don't think there was really anything that we planned to go film.
I
other
knew
than
I
that
had
flare.
I had like a checklist of things in my head that I'm like, oh, I saw that spot. I know what I want to do there. And then I just kind of text you one day when I was like, woke up feeling good, like, hey, you want to do this thing today? Like, yeah, okay. And then we just go bang it out in like an hour.
Yeah, man, you definitely have like some of the most consistent riding of our group, which is awesome when it comes to filming. However, sometimes you're not that consistent. So let's talk about
it's my tech game is
That's
horrible.
fair. So let's talk about the clip that took over 9 months to film, at least 5 different attempts of going there
An
to
hour
film
each.
it, hundreds of attempts,
Yeah.
and we
I
finally
think I
got
had
it.
all the same bike.
I think it was the same bike the whole
'Cause
time.
it was over a few months, but yeah, we would kind of just go out, have a session, film whatever, and then I had this rail on Bridgeport and King that's no longer there. So fuck anybody else that tries to one up me on that rail. You can't anymore. Trying to English, and so I would have to cut across Bridgeport when the traffic was stopped, and all of the drunk people trying to get into Pub on King were not there. And then not run into other people that were trying to cross over to Pub on King, as well as Jedi Guy being present.
Jedi
walking.
Guy.
If anybody doesn't know who Jedi Guy is, he just dresses up like a Jedi, walks around, uses the Force to change lights, and he swings lightsabers around. He's cool as fuck.
10 out of 10 would bang again.
So many hours were spent there. Just at the end of a session, we'd show up and like, hey, let's film this for a little bit if we have nothing else to do. And yeah, so it was it was kind of a C-shaped rail, but in a square. So it was over the first rail, inside double peg for a sec, and then hard one out and over the second rail. And every time I tried it, I was either going too fast or something. I think I figured that out at the end. I just needed to go slower, but
Yeah.
I spent way too long on that.
It was, and it's not like a low hop either. Like the rail itself is probably about stem height, so you gotta hop over
Yeah.
that into double peg.
It's significantly lower than most street rails, and I think that's why I could do it. Because there's
Yeah.
no way I could hop over that if it was a regular high rail.
No, I
But
definitely
it's
don't
still like
think
it
so.
wasn't like a foot high.
Yeah, it was like at least I want to say stem height was
Yeah.
probably where it was.
I would say so. Yeah, that's about fair.
But yeah, that fucking clip, it's like it really shows that if you just keep at something, you can really get to it and do it, right?
I really didn't want to do it anymore, but at the same time, like I've spent so much time on this, I should get it.
Yeah.
I really can't give up on something like that.
So Nicholas, if you're listening, that long ledge that you want to feeble in University of Guelph, let's get that, buddy. But yeah, so let's move on from that. What do you think your top 3 clips were in Fuck Asses as well as Space Goats?
Well, I was really stoked about the pegs to crank arm for a while. I wasn't real sure if I was going to get that. That's one of those things that I'm like, oh, that'd be so cool if I could get it. And then it
we
kind
got
of
that-
happened.
We got that so early on, too. That was one of the first clips that we filmed for your video part.
Yeah. Thank you for the burger and letting me destroy your shitter right before I
That
did it.
is A-okay, man, as long as you're banging out shit like that.
The second would probably be the Brantford rail-to-rail that I wish I got the main thing that I wanted. So that was the clip we got on that was actually like plan B. I did
Yeah.
that first, and then I spent a while trying to get the other one, and that was just kind of what we ended up with. Travis is showing us memes. I really want to see this. I'm so distracted by how hard he's laughing. I
Oh,
really,
fuck.
really, really want to see it.
It's a pedo meme. Travis has a very dark sense of humor. Oh fuck, that's awesome.
Can you send me that?
Alrighty, so moving on from there, Jesse. After that last one you were just talking about, do you feel like the flare clip at all is in your top 3?
Yeah, that was cool. The stupid like, what was it, like plastic composite sheeting or something that was just so bendy. The first attempt, the fence right behind it was moving. There was a tree holding it up essentially.
Yeah.
And it was just the first attempt is in the bail section. I went to pull off of it. I finally like mustered up the courage to actually pull it. And
Just
the fence
ate
just
shit.
moved, and I sent my bike straight up because I just sponged on it or something.
You just ate shit so hard.
Almost
and
landed on my head. My bike went over the fence almost.
After we kind of spent a couple minutes really like cleaning it up, so we like swept because there was a bunch of broken glass, nails, needles, everything.
Yeah, we had to remake that quarter every attempt pretty much because it moved.
It was basically just a trash pile of like wood that was kind of up against the fence, and like it kind of looked like a quarter pipe. So we kind of like built it into a little quarter pipe.
Did not
with
feel like a quarter.
0 screws because we only had 3 screws with us, and they all broke the attempt that we tried to use them. So 0 screws, all like shitty masonite or like plastic fucking roof stuff with the stickle. Just like absolutely fucking terrible, man. And I think it was really cool that you actually managed to flare that. I remember just trying to air it, and even yourself, seeing you try to air it, it doesn't work.
I went into that with a lot more confidence than I think I should have. I'm like, oh, if we can make a quarter out of it, I can flare it. But yeah, no, it was that thing moved every 5 seconds.
I think a big thing too is that when you're flaring it, you're not landing back in the quarter. Like
Yeah.
you landed to flat.
I have an issue with my flares. Like I was good at them when I first landed them, and then now I've done so many on little quarters that I just land flat in 90.
Yeah, but the thing is with that one, you still managed to get like at least close to 180, but you landed so flat, which is okay because
Dead
that
stop.
spot you can't air it. Like I tried to air it and it doesn't make any sense. Like you tried to as well, and you managed to get like a little table on it, but it doesn't work. Like it's literally a setup for a flare because you can go up it and pull off, and that's it. You cannot try and air it. Like it
There's
just
by
doesn't
no
work.
means transition in that. It's just you go backwards.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
You can go up that thing at full speed, and you would end up like back where you started.
Yeah, super weird, man. But that clip, we probably sent at least 30 different attempts, and I remember giving you my fucking ankle brace because your ankle was all effed, and you just kept giving her.
I think just the way I would land flat in 90, like I put so much pressure on the side of my foot. I don't know what I did to it, but it was very bruised, very painful.
Yeah, definitely. So what was I gonna ask here? So one of the favorite things that I have about this video was mainly just the actual, like the way that the music matched up with your video part.
Yeah, shout out to Jason. You're cool. I like your beard.
Do you feel like that was a big thing in making your part like just that one step better?
Yeah, music's cool.
Yeah, it definitely.
Especially when Jason makes it, because Jason's sick, and I'm wearing his band T-shirt right now.
Yeah, Jason's he's one of the guitar players for Illicit. You should definitely check them out.
They have a song called "Summer's Fleeting" on
they're actually,
iTunes, I think.
They're gonna be on.
Or no, it's on Spotify.
It's on Spotify. They're gonna be on the podcast in June, so check them
They
out.
play a lot of shows in Waterloo.
Yeah, they definitely play a lot of Harmony Lunch shows. I've definitely skanked at a couple of their shows, even though they're not ska. That's
Jason
okay.
should definitely make a bit of gatefold stuff, though. I feel like he's kind of fallen off that, and it was pretty.
I don't
cool.
think he's really into that anymore.
Yeah, with the as long as his band is like doing pretty good.
Yeah,
good for him.
Which is fair. I think it was kind of a different era for him, right?
Yeah.
So good to see him kind of doing his own thing now. Shout out to you, Jason. He also did the voice for the second goat in the video.
Love you, Jason.
Yeah. So Jesse, I think out of everybody, I've spent the most time filming with you. Just collectively through different things we've filmed. We've also gone out a lot more than anybody just on our own.
We promised we wouldn't talk about our secret filming sessions.
Yeah, that's fair. We actually had enough footage to release a web edit afterwards as well.
Yes.
So if you guys haven't already checked it out, it's on my YouTube channel. It's Jesse's backpedaling edit for 2019. So it's got a couple of little park clips in it, but it's mainly just leftovers from filming. Did you think that the video part, like that web edit, is like a decent quality at least?
Yes.
Yeah,
I've
I
been
definitely
stoked to
felt-
make that for a while.
Yeah, it was definitely like, you can tell that it's all extra clips, but that's okay. Like,
It was still pretty cool.
for fuck asses, or not for fuck asses, sorry, for Space Goats, it's such a like, it needs to be the best footage, right? So it was definitely really cool making it, and I'm happy that you liked it. Anybody that hasn't seen it, check it out. Any final thoughts from anybody?
Yeah, that one thing I said that I was going to tell you.
Yeah.
It's that Kim told me to shout you out and saying that she's followed you on like Instagram and everything, and you won't follow her back, and she's really upset about it.
All right. Well, I can do that if you like.
Say you're sorry.
All right, I will. Sorry, Kim. You're dope. All righty. Anybody else got any last words, or are we all good?
Move, Eric.
Just want to say thanks to you, Cam, for having me.
Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you for coming out and filming with me. You're definitely invited into the next video.
I'll have to bring Mr. Parsons down next time.
Yes, Justin's he's gonna be on the next one that we do. So, shout out to Justin, man. That dude is so sick. He's got the best fucking style. He's so smooth on a bike. He's just all around an amazing dude. Shout out to you, man.
Come on, man.
Thank you for having me here, Cam, and being here while I do what I want, when I want, the way I want, because that's what I do.
Hey,
You should do too. One day, you're going to learn, and everybody listening, you're going to learn one day too, that if you get naked around Jesse, he's going to draw on your leg while you're talking into a microphone, and then you're going to learn that you can do what you want, when you want, the way you want to do it. And now I'm going to shove Jesse's face in my smelly armpit.
No! Alrighty, guys. I think that just about wraps it up. Eric, you got any last words? Are you good?
Eric's good.
Eric's good. Alrighty. Good. Thank you guys for checking out the podcast, and I think we're just going to close it off with... We're going to close it off with the Planet Smashers' new song, Brain Freeze, from their new album, Too Much Information, as well as Leave It All Behind by Fairway Drive from their new EP. Thanks for listening.
If it
just don't let go. When we are so close to something, believe and you will find what it takes to stay alive. So just don't let go. I know we'll be alright. I know that we can get through this, so don't leave it all behind. I know that you'll come back from this, so don't throw it all away. As time passes by, I've seen you laugh, I've seen you cry. So just don't let go. When we are so close to something, believe and you will find what it takes to stay alive. So just don't let go. And I